What's going on, guys? John here, back again with another movie review for you guys, and that's for Good Time. So the film stars Robert Pattinson, Benny Safdie, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and is actually directed by the Safdie Brothers. So, would I ultimately recommend this movie for you guys? Yes, I would highly recommend it, and here's why. Starting off with my positives to the film, guys, I feel like the directing was key here to this film. Benny and Josh Safdie, they just brought this whole unique take to this movie, and I feel like the style was there. You can really tell that it was directed by them, those specific directors, because the style, along with the cinematography choices and the score and the soundtrack to this, I believe one of the Safdie brothers actually had a hand in the music. You really felt like this movie gave you a unique vibe, and I thought they did a fantastic job. Going along with the directing, I feel like they also did a good job in bringing out a fantastic performance from Robert Pattinson. He's come a long way from his Twilight days, and this movie proves it. He gives a phenomenal performance, like I said, and I believe it might be the best in his career. Also, along with him is Benny Safdie, which is actually one of the directors. He was great in this movie too. He plays Robert Pattinson's brother, and just like the beginning of the film as his scene alone, and also you start automatically when Robert comes in, you start automatically seeing that relationship between the brothers, and that's another thing that I feel like they did a great job in capturing that relationship and that dynamic, and really making you believe in the brothers' relationship and how they care for one another and stuff like that. So I had to talk about those two performances. Like I was saying earlier, guys, the style for this movie is kind of unique and kind of just grabs you and doesn't let you go. The cinematography was great as well. They have some interesting choices of doing some longer takes, some close-up shots, and kind of messing around with the neon color and giving a different take to New York City. And also the score or soundtrack, I believe it was a mixture of both, which one of the Safdie brothers had a hand, I believe, if not both. They had a hand in the soundtrack, which was really great. Kind of just pops into these moments and kind of just brings you into the movie, kind of gives you a little suspense of like a thriller and stuff like that in some parts of the movie. So I had to mention the style in this, which was great. As far as negatives, I don't really have a lot. I would say that towards the middle of the movie, the pacing kind of drags just a little bit, but not enough for me to say like, oh my god, like this movie fails in the middle because of the pacing. And the second negative is kind of just a negative for me. I don't feel like a lot of people have a lot of problems with it, but it's only because I kind of work in the realm of security a little bit. But in that scene where they're in the park and the security is involved and stuff like that, not giving too much away, I did find some things like, okay, that wouldn't happen. But again, that just took me out of the movie just because, like, of me and my experiences. But I don't think it would be a negative for a lot of people. But I just thought I'd throw that out there. So overall, guys, I really enjoyed the movie. Everything from the style to the acting to the story itself really made me have a good time watching this movie at the theaters, no pun intended. So with all that being said, guys, I have to give Good Time an 8.5 out of 10. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I highly recommend for you to go check it out in the theaters. But if you have seen the movie, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. And guys, I do have other movie reviews and other movie related videos on the channel, so make sure to go check those out. And if you guys want to follow me outside of YouTube, you guys can do so on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at The Real Talk, Talk with 2 Ks. And as always, I'll see you at the movies. Later, guys.